Hello and welcome to my world. So if you hear a background noise, that is my air conditioner. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it, so I can't really apologize for it because I don't want to suffer sitting here in the heat, and it's very, very warm in here, and my mic picks up the air conditioner, unfortunately. So, that being said, this is part of my nightcap series. My nightcap series is just me hanging out, sharing things I learned that day, week, month, whatever, things I'm processing, things I'm learning, things I talk to clients about. Very informal chit chat. Sometime I'll be drinking wine. Tonight I'm drinking water just because water's great, first of all. We should always be grateful for water. Second of all, I don't want hot tea. I don't have any wine right now. I had wine last night, so I can only drink so much here and there. Even if it's just like a fun little social drink, I still very much limit my alcohol intake to an occasional wine here and there. So occasionally I'll be drinking wine or other things, whatever I feel like at the moment. That being said, today's topic, I think I really wanted to focus on why it's so much more important to focus on wisdom versus happiness and money and material possessions, and wisdom over those feeling good. The reason why wisdom should come first is wisdom will bring all those things after it, but wisdom should always be sought first. And us humans, we kind of have this tendency to want to shortcut on that, and we think the fastest way to me to get happy is get X, so then I can be happy, versus saying if I get wisdom, not only do I get happiness, a bunch of other things, I actually, and it's more meaningful, more deep for me to acquire those things that way. It's the longer way, it's certainly no shortcut, but in the end, way more meaningful. And I've had people ask me, what have I done to overcome certain things in my life? What do I do to get X, Y, or Z in my life? And I simply say the only reason I have that, the only reason I experience that, you might see me be able to experience like these amazing euphoric moments and like these deep emotions and have these very emotional experiences, and I can like express my emotions really deeply. But the reason that I can do that, the reason I'm able to do that, is because I sought wisdom. Not only that, but I seek to embody all of the human experience, even the negative emotions, even the negative stuff, the shadow side. I've been there. I've integrated that, continuing to integrate that. And in that sense, I've been to that abyss. And I understand that depth because I didn't avoid it. I went there. I had a very, 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 very long dark night of the soul for me to be able to embody what I do and to be able to understand myself and other people in the way I do, and to be able to do the things I do because I did that first. I didn't try to take a shortcut, law of attraction things into my life, acquire material possessions and then get that. I genuinely focused on wisdom, and that's what's most important. My message tonight is really to focus on wisdom over happiness. So when you focus on the steps to get to happiness, you'll realize happy is an emotion like many, many other emotions. You experience it, it comes and goes, it's fleeting, woohoo. And the thing that we most seek, and the thing that we're kind of replacing, we're thinking happiness is giving us, is something much, much deeper. And I would call that the wisdom of Sophia. But that is a whole other topic to dive into later, and that is very Jungian and somewhat Eastern and somewhat, there's a lot Greek to it as well. So wisdom comes first, the other things come later. What that looks like is I don't wake up in the morning and say, today I want to be happy. I wake up in the morning and ask myself, what are the small things that I can do today to make my body feel safe, cared for, to make myself feel supported, to be a better person in the world, help other people be better people in the world, to serve, to be closer to my own heart, to be able to express myself in really healthy ways. I ask those questions, And then I take those actions to get me into the state that I really want to be in. So in the sense of, I may wake up and say, okay, what do I need today? Today I need to meditate for 10-15 minutes. I need to do a short exercise session. I need to make sure I eat well. I need to make sure I sleep well. I need to make sure I drink plenty of water. I need to make sure that I'm interacting with people in a very healthy way. So you start breaking up your life into pieces and realize that there's all these parts that, if they're done better, and particularly better than normal, the byproduct of them is going to be more joy, is going to be more happiness. But in that sense, focusing on those, doing them well, doing them intentionally, doing them very embodied and enjoying them, and not seeing them as laborsome and, I have to exercise, this is horrible. Like, instead, go into exercise, do something that you really love, and really immerse your full body into it and enjoy it, and then you get the benefits afterward. But you don't do, let's use exercise for an example. So if I was to go into exercise with a bad attitude and say, I hate working out, I hate that I have to do X, Y, and Z to keep my body healthy, it's just tiresome and annoying and irritating. That's not a great place to go into exercise with, but I'm going to go do exercise, and then I'm going to get X, Y, and Z from my body, and then I want to be happy. And I'm going to be chasing happiness that way, right? Let's just use exercise. You want a certain thing from exercise. So let's use a metaphor of exercise that I was just talking about. Let's say I went to exercise and I said, okay, I need to exercise because I want to get X, Y, and Z from my body. I'm going to go exercise in the way somebody told me to, something I don't really like. I'm going to complain and be irritated about it, and I'm not really going to have an embodied experience when I'm doing it. I'm kind of numb. I kind of hate it. I'm irritated. I have all this undealt stuff not really in my body. I'm avoiding myself. But I'm going to go get exercise. I'm going to go exercise because I need to be a size 4 so other people like me, and I keep the person that I'm really interested in attracted to me, etc., etc., etc. All the things people do with exercise, right? You're going to have a very transactionary kind of relationship with exercise. It's very, very, very unhealthy. And you're going to be miserable in the end. You're not going to gain any sort of good feelings. They're going to be very ephemeral, short, temporary, right when it's happening, right? But they're going to come and go, and you're going to be chasing that. And exercise is a metaphor for many other things that you may be doing in life. And because you're not in that embodied experience, like really enjoying it, excuse the music outside, it's not going to bring that same meaningfulness. It's unconscious, it's unintentional, it lacks depth, it lacks the right mindset going in, and essentially it lacks wisdom. What wisdom looks like, on the other hand, with exercise, if you're really embodying, is sitting there and asking yourself, what kind of movement makes me feel good? What kind of movement brings me joy? What kind of movement fulfills me, makes me feel good? What can I do that I really, really enjoy? And everyone enjoys different things. If you don't like running, don't run. Do something else. Like, nobody said you have to be a marathoner. Like, there's no rule that says you have to run. Unless you make that rule for yourself, or you're trying to fit somebody else's ideal. You might say, I really like, dancing. So then you can take up dancing, and you'll very naturally be enjoying yourself without forcing it. And then you exercise because you love yourself and your body, and you want to take care of your biological vessel, and you understand that movement is a key part of it. You don't feel guilt moving. You just move with it, and you are with it, and you are very intentional and conscious that you're doing this for your health, and you love yourself. It's not coming from a space of hate. It's coming from a space, I want to cherish and nourish this biological vessel. And you don't worry about what size you are, what shape you are, if you're, whatever. You just don't worry about those things. You just are. You're being, you're intentional, you're joyful, you're conscious in that moment, and you're just enjoying that. You're not meeting other people's ideals, whatever that is anyway. They're constantly ever in flux and very, very different across the board. And then one time the ideal's met, and then whoop, it's gone, and there's another ideal in place. So it's really important not to follow those trends, to not follow like trends in the world around like body image and stuff, and just really focus on your health, what makes you feel good, what's honoring your biological vessel, what's bringing you closer and closer to a more healthy, grounded, center, fulfilled self. And that should be where the focus is. And that is wisdom. And the byproduct of that is going to be what? Joy, happiness, peacefulness, living in the moment, being in the present, which comes with a whole bunch of wonderful things. Sure, you're going to have to fight your ego to get there, which is an entirely different video altogether, which I'll be doing a lot of stuff on how to create that state and how to become that and how to use that wisdom. But I will do a whole lot more videos on that upcoming, and a lot of really cool information I will have on things. So if you like this video, please subscribe, hit like, encourage me, help get my video out there for other people who need to hear this, and hopefully you got something really meaningful with it, from it. If you liked it, again, comment below, talk to me, I'll be happy to interact with you. If you have any questions or any particular things that you would like for me to talk about during these nightcap videos, I am totally open and willing to work around that and in that space. So thank you so much. We'll talk soon.